It is going to a dustbin and looking for things to eat after people have eaten. You've left, a hotel has thrown away food, and now there you are looking. 99% of the people you find in the dating pool after 40 are like that. No.
Shati, after 40, after 40, after 50, your needs don't actually matter.
Depressed, and you're looking for love at that age. Love at that age comes in ways that it's not normal, okay? It's not normal for you to get love at that age. The only thing you can do, and I'm going to tell you as a born-again Christian, go and pray for God to give your partner a good one.
Today, acha nikuwe vulnerable na nyinyi wasee, niwaonyeshe the best way you can actually pray for something. Hata sisi watu young, we know that soko ni chafu. A Kenyan woman has just exposed the wababas and wamamas and their ideology of thinking. Hey, you just see it for yourself. And as you do that, remember to like and subscribe to the channel.
There is a group of women, okay? So they are between the ages of 40 and 50. These women have a lot of property. They have a lot of good things happening to them in terms of material things, okay? They drive. There is a group of women, okay? So they are between the ages of 40 and 50. These women have a lot of property. They have a lot of good things happening to them in terms of material things, okay? Mm-hmm. They drive big cars, and okay, there are some you'll find driving Harriers, okay? So the problem is these women, with all their success in their 40s, they missed one thing. They either got children very early, okay, and the baby daddy fled. He disappeared. He pulled a disappearing act, right? Or they didn't get into any sort of loving relationship. They worked so hard to get to where they are career-wise. They did not get into any relationships. They did not, they did not get into any serious relationships because they felt this is a distraction. The third is they were married once. The marriage was brutally bad. It really affected them, and they didn't get the love they deserved. Those are the three things you'll find these women have gone through. And
first of all, notice how she makes women look like they are the victim in these situations that they get themselves into. Juu, hizo vitu zote amesema hapo hivyo, to me, nazichukulia kama a lack of accountability. But mind you, this is the foundation of her story, and utaendelea tu kuona very many loopholes.
And after that, they reach their 40s or their late 40s, and they get themselves a young boy. Someone who's between the age of 20 and 28 becomes their lover. You're headed to 50, the boy is 25, the same age as that son that this woman got when she was in her 20s. So you sit down, and your son or your daughter, who's around 24, 23 at the time, doesn't even know how to relate to this boyfriend of yours. So let's talk about this real quick. Number one, there is no day a young man is ever going to love an older woman for anything but the money. Okay? I am standing right here and I'm waiting. I want someone to come through and tell me that this was a marriage based on love, and the woman who was between 40 and 50, she was broke. And this young man was with her because he loved her. I want to see that. I want to see it.
There is no way a young man will get into a marriage with an older woman for love. Who said marriages are based off of love? Hii ni kitu moja yenye madema waelewangi. People have been indoctrinated with this thing that they should always follow their feelings. And we know where feelings get these relationships. Hakuna kitu yenye inakuwaga fueled by feelings. And by feelings, I mean infatuation. Oh, I had a crush on him. I think hakuna marriage yenye inaendanga mbali based off of feelings ama love. So marriage is an institution that actually works best with planning, works best with decision making. And for it to work, we are going to see huku hivi mbele what it actually requires.
Any man who's between 20 and 25 who is dating a 40 plus year old woman is after your money. There's nothing else. Okay? Number two.
I'd like also for you to notice the way she is making it seem like even the younger women who are getting into marriages with the older men, it is not because of the money ama the lifestyle. Sio ndio wanaitanga the lifestyle that they are going to be offered. I just like you to see how anademonize this situation kwenye wamamas are actually doing a terrible thing and wababas are doing a good job. That is what women want. Do you think that's the case?
When you've reached the ages of 40 to 50, okay, and you feel like lonely and you want to be with someone and you're single, the best thing is to find someone who's in a situation like you. The best thing is to find someone who's in a situation like you. It has to be someone who is divorced, if you're divorced. It has to be someone who has kids, if you have kids. It has to be someone who's been single all their lives, if you've been single all your life. Get someone who's at the same level, age-wise and situation-wise. You cannot go with all those 3 children that you got from your previous marriage, and then you look for a cowboy in campus. What are you looking for there? Apart from whatever that can be done in the sheets. And this is we are speaking life things.
I think Apevo, she's speaking the complete truth. Most marriages ama most relationships that usually work, they have a difference of years between maybe 2 to 5. Ikianza kufika hiyo area ya you have a 10-year difference, hapo kidogo kinaumananga. That has been statistically approved. Kwa sababu it has been the norm of the period of years zenye tumekuwa tukikaa kwa hii dunia. I mean for me, even though I mean nilipata ikiwa. And it has always been something that is upheld when an older man gets to date a younger woman. I mean, the reason they do this is because of fertility reasons. But do you think that's the case nowadays? Can older women also exercise their option to date younger men? Do they now have to offer this fertility thing even though they have gotten to the menopause period? Can they really offer that fertility to a younger man? Na hapo ndo kwenye technology inaingililia, because technology have rendered some of these ideologies useless. To realize an older woman might extract her eggs, get the sperm of the guy that she actually wants, infuses it, and maybe they might find a surrogate, mtu mwenye atawabebe huyo mtoi. In fact, they are going to pay them, and now this woman is going to incur that cost kwa sababu yeye kwa hiyo situation yote ndio ako maziwa. I think even though this situation inaendanga kukaa on the other side, side ya wanaume kama kawaida watasema take the young women, but hizo ni maoni tu zangu. I'm just trying to point out how technology balances things out, because it is women who always want an egalitarian society, and as we know it, men have it the hardest kwa hizi situations za life siku hizi.
Here we are speaking things that are happening. Apart from what can be done for you in the sheets, what else are you looking for? What makes you think that small boy loves you? And I know there are people who are going to come here in the comments, people who are willing to actually agree that this is who they are. I don't want to use the actual word for TikTok purposes, but listen, you're going to come here and you're going to tell us, mimi wangu nini hivi, mimi wangu kwangu kunaenda hivi. You will come and tell us all sorts of excuses for why you're doing what you're doing. But I'm telling you, you are wrong. You are wrong. I'm going to tell you that there's a very big difference between a woman who decides to date a young, not younger. By younger, it could be you are 48 and your husband is 46. You guys are age mates. Or you're 48 and your husband is 47. You guys are age mates. I'm talking about younger in terms of 20s. There's a very big difference between a woman who's dating a younger man and a man who's dating a younger woman. I promise you there's a very big difference. Because yes, when it comes to most women who come after men for money, you need to understand that a lot of women out here who are dedicating their lives to these old men, okay? And I'm not talking about polygamy. I'm not talking about you found a house that's already established. That man has a wife and children, and then you as a 21-year-old, you come in and you become the man's mistress or second wife or side chick or whatever it is you want to tell yourself you are. I'm talking about you found a single man and you are in your 20s and this man is in his 40s. It's very different. It's very different from a woman doing this. Now listen, I'm not being sexist. I'm not being, I'm not being misogynistic as a woman. I am just telling you facts. I know of a woman, okay? I know of a woman. She had all her life savings. She had saved up, and she was even...
Apart from social stigma, what is the difference? What is the major difference between an older man getting with a younger woman and an older woman getting with a younger man? Isipokuwa tu situation ya patelo na d hiyo, that's clearly hiyo tunaona sisi wote, but isipokuwa tu social stigma, what is the major difference? Because both situations, kila side inakuja na kenye mwingine anadai. Unaweza pata the young man actually needs finances, then he might deal with the older woman who has the finances, and vice versa. The young woman might need finances or a lifestyle, and she might deal with an older man. Sasa kwenye kinaumana ni if this younger man actually wants a child. Hapo kutendaje? But nishai explain hapo hivyo nyuma. They might do history ya surrogate and everything. And cases za hiyo shughuli yote kuwork, I think hazikuagi that high. That's why most people are going to lean towards the side that, it is the men that should actually deal with younger women. You get the point?
Ready for pension. She was in her 50s, okay? She was in her 50s. She was ready for pension. She was in a place where she was like, you know what? The only thing I don't have is a romantic affiliation with another human being. So she decided, why not find a young boy? Young men are charismatic. Not like these old men that are around me. They're tired. I want a man who's charismatic. Why? They look for charismatic men because all through their childhood, they did not have that charisma in between the sheets. They did not have it in between the sheets from a marriage, a fulfilling marriage, or from any sort of relationship that they were in. So now they're looking for it, okay? And mark my words, they always end up looking for it. So this woman comes and she starts a relationship with someone. She ends up marrying. Trust me, these men are going to do anything this woman wants. Men between the age of 20 and 28 who are true hustlers, who have no money, they will do whatever it takes to make that woman happy, because they know that everything, the car they are driving, the big house they have, the way they are flexing to their friends, that woman is responsible. So this woman comes and she's doing all this. She had children. This woman had children, okay? I'm not going to say how I knew her or whatever. I don't like to give stories obviously in a way that it will be known who it was. This person had children, a whole lot of children, like 3 of them. And she had already written her will. And you know that by the time she was in her late 50s, this man had, there was a word we used to use, kitambo. I'm so afraid of using it on TikTok. I'm so scared of using it, but I wish I could. This woman was so sprung, let me use the word sprung, because of this young dude. God knows what kind of things he was doing to her. She was so sprung that by the time she was reaching 60 years old, okay? By the time she was reaching her 60s, she had changed her entire, everything had changed. Her entire will had changed. And we are not talking about Kenya. Kenya, that won't work. The Kenyan law, beneficiaries first are the children. We are talking about something that happened abroad. So this person had changed the entire will and had given it to this young man. Her children were left like that. Why? Because of what was done between the sheets. Now listen, if you're above 40, if you're above 40.
Wait. Before she tells us about being above 40 or above 50, I want you to recognize, or what I am recognizing from this whole story is one major thing. As long as she's trying to demonize this woman, clearly we can see that the woman lacks commitment. That is why the relationship ilisha. If something happened back then, it is actually going to happen again. And you will see that if she's the one who deserted her family, akachana na bwana yake na akaandikia watoi wake will, eventually hii pattern inajirudia kwenye now she actually deserts the children for some good deed. The other side, ukijana pia anaweza kuwa na the same issue ya commitment. Probably they don't want to commit to somebody who is younger, or they have lacked the means to commit to somebody who is younger. Acha pia si tuwafanye wakae victims ama namna gani, they have lacked the means to commit to someone who is as young as them because of the demands that they actually get, and they have come to succumb to the reality of the world kwenye wanaona, oh, the only way to make it out of this life is to have money, and they have chosen the easy way out instead of creating a business, instead of creating skills that will help you be a valuable man in the society. This guy chose to interact with the older woman. So with those two ideologies, these two people are meant for each other. At the end of the day, they are two adults making their own decisions. Na decision yenye una make, trust you me, it always propels you. Inakuwaga ni kama nashindanga nimesahau hii jina alafu naikumbuka after nimemaliza kureact. Ile kitu yenye unaangusha kitu moja inaenda naangukia ingine. If you know what's hiyo kitu ni nini, let me know down in the comments below. But the choice you make at the moment or in any moment, it goes on to reflect the choices that you are going to make on another situation of the same manner. Domino effect. Yes, you need a domino effect. Whatever you do right now, iko na a domino effect on what is going to happen in the next little while. Nimejaribu kumbuka, si ndio nimekumbuka.
5 and you've never had a fulfilling relationship ever. This person had changed the entire will and had given it to this young man. Her children were left like that. Why? Because of what was done between the sheets. Now listen, if you're above 40, if you're above 45 and you've never had a fulfilling relationship ever, like all your life it has been one bad mistake to the next, or you have never even had any sort of relationship, you've been like that. That success that you worked hard for, especially if you have children, that success you've worked hard for, okay? Remember that your children are first priority. Remember that your needs no longer count after 40.
Well,
okay, unless you're actually married. After 40, the dating world, all you're finding there in the dating world, and this is a topic we need to talk about more. All you're finding now in the dating world are people who are divorcees, who are cheats, divorcees who used to batter their wives, men who every woman has rejected. It is like going to a dustbin and looking for things to eat after people have eaten. You've left, a hotel has thrown away food, and now there you are looking. 99% of the people you'll find in the dating pool after 40 are like that. No.
Sheesh, after 40, after 40, after 50, your needs don't actually matter. What matters now is your kids. Kuna mse anaweza sema hiyo ni a propaganda. That is a lie. That is a total lie. Because some men actually get to their peak when they get to this age of 40. Hapo hivyo ndio kwenye unasikianga watu wengine pia wanasema kuna hiyo ndio midlife crisis. Inaanzianga hapo. On the other side, whatever she's saying is true. If you can't learn how to control your urges, probably you're going to make some of the foul decisions in life. Controlling your urge is one of the major things. Mse, me I learned this the hard way. Na sisemi ni I learned ati sasa I'm immaculate or anything. I'm just telling you that it is something that you will continue to do. The moment you choose that path, controlling yourself or controlling your urges, it is something you're going to do continuously. It never stops, because hizo ndio sasa zinakuwaga rails za what actually makes you move towards value and what makes you look valuable even to yourself. Kuna watu wataita kitu kama I think shadow work. So if those two people venye tumewaona hapo hivyo tumewafanya wakaka victims, if they have chosen to live life venye tumedescribe hapo hivyo, then clearly they are going to make the same decisions. Kenye udem amesema tena hapo hivyo katikati, it is the idea that the dating pool around your period, it is like a garbage where you're going to pick and choose which bad thing you can easily settle with. So ukiwa na hiyo mentality, una understand pia mbona hawa older women want to go for the younger men, or older men want to go to the younger women, because they also see that venye udem anaiona, they can also see it like that. On the other side kuna hii part ya hata sisi watu young, we know that this relationship environment is toxic, soko ni chafu, we know that hakuko sawa. So on either side, perspective is what actually matters, something that I continuously say on this channel.
What are you doing? Okay, pray for restraint after this age. You don't want to lose your hard-earned income, your hard-earned money, all your properties, everything you worked hard for, because you are matized. If someone knows what I'm saying, I've missed one word. I'm dying to use that word, but I don't know what to do. So I'm just going to use the last part of it. Matized. You are matized. Hard. Okay? Aki TikTok should give us better community guidelines so that people can speak their minds the way they want. You are matized. And now you've lost all your property. You've given it to some person who doesn't even love you, who actually came to you as an investment. Most boys between the 20 to 29 drizzle, which is a very satanic agenda, they're only after easy money from women like you who are lonely, depressed, and you're looking for love at that age. Love at that age comes in ways that it's not normal, okay? It's not normal for you to get love at that age. The only thing you can do, and I'm going to tell you as a born-again Christian, go and pray for God to give you a partner, a good one. Stop looking for young boys until they are charismatic.
One thing she has correct up with her, it is life is spiritual and you should actually do a form of prayer. But the prayer I think she's advising people to take ni ile ya kupiga magoti, omba, jikeme, hizo ni mashetani, of which we know that does not work. As much as you are actively, let me tell you, today acha nikuwe vulnerable na nyinyi wase, niwaonyeshe the best way you can actually pray for something. If you want to pray for something, and this has been scientifically proven, if you want to proven. So if you want to pray for something, think of that thing. You don't even need to use words. Think of that thing in your mind. Just like the way you will think of a meat or something sweet, usikie hiyo taste. Your body responds. Unapata unaanza kutoa saliva. Unaanza kumeza hiyo mate. So that way, also the spiritual world works like that. Just close your eyes. Think of your future ama something that you want to, sitaki kusema manifest, but it is the word that yenye inaweza ingiana vizuri. Think of it, and after you close your eyes, utaanza kurealize uko na some form of feelings. Stay in that form of feeling. Embody that form of feeling. Embrace it. Then open your eyes. Na hiyo feeling is lost. Don't lose that feeling. You get it? As in, even though me ifanya, after you've gotten that feeling, don't lose it. Things are going to be crazy in your environment. They are going to push you and make sure that you forget that thing. Hizi ndio vitu zenye watu wanasemanga, the devil is tempting you, nini. But that is just the brain. Juu brain imezoea kukua in a state yenye vitu ni familia. So ukifanya hii kitu yenye si familia, brain yako itaanza kukujaribu kukutest until it becomes familiar, that ina click instantly. I think umeambiwa hizo vitu kuviko online spaces, but that's the best way you can actually pray. So after you've prayed like that, the next step is taking action. Sasa kwa taking action, if ni hizi matters za relationship, you have already done that. Enda kwa hiyo environment, ukifigure out unapata watu wanakutrigger, pull yourself back, get into that emotional state, then get back into the environment. I mean, it is all based on action. Kama huwezi test theory in real life, well, mi sijui hapo hivyo saa inaweza saidia aje. Other than that, hizo ndio maoni zangu on this video. Let me know what you think around this story yote. Should younger men interact with older women? I mean, kina Patelo na D. Or can older men just choose to interact with younger women? Na ikuwe uploaded that they are doing the best thing. You let me know what you think down in the comments below. At the end of the day, life is a spectrum. There is no one way to live this life. You can live it the way you choose. And choice is what actually runs your form of purpose in this environment. YouTube says the video on your screen might interest you crazily, even be thought provoking. Click on that video. I'm waiting to see you on the next one.